moving on to the topic of the week. We haven't done one of those in a while. We're doing an update on what we think the future of Xbox will be, because we have a bunch of Xbox fans here, and they're pretty tired of the Xbox because there's nothing to be a fan about.
No.
Crackdown 3 was what it was.
Yeah. It was just a glorified nostalgia trip. I played it for like 2 days.
That's fair.
I want to finish it, but they made it really hard. When I was playing it with Dean, we played it on a harder difficulty.
Yeah.
But we tried to continue on with the story, and it was just fucking ridiculous. Like, we were probably well above the level requirement for the starting area, and we just tried to move on. And as soon as you move on, the characters got stronger, and you just down. But that's the part I don't get. With especially a lot of games nowadays, it's like they really suck at being able to distinguish the difficulty levels.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be like, oh yeah, I'll go easy and medium, but then they'll be really similar and there'll be barely any difference, and it's and then you go hard and it's just fucking impossible.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like. And then I always played games on medium when I was younger. Because I had more time to waste and I liked the challenge and all that sort of stuff. But now it's I don't have time for a challenge. I just want to know the story.
Yeah.
But I can't play on medium. I want to play on easy. Even some games nowadays is fucking Cuphead.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish that game, but there's no fucking way I have time for that.
That's kind of the point of Cuphead, though. Sometimes the game's difficulty is its point, which sucks because sometimes you just want to enjoy the content.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dark Souls. I really would love to play Dark Souls, but there's no way I have time for that.
Yeah. It's a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Even the more faster-paced games like Bloodborne and even Sekiro coming out this year, it seems like patience, just gotta get used to the systems. But those games are fun to play, when you're swinging your axe around, where they're slow and methodical. It's fuck yeah, fucking cut this dude's head off.
I've seen the mods where people play multiplayer. That seems fun. But
So yeah, Microsoft are doing a lot of moves this year. GDC is about to come up, which is the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco. Google they seem like they are about to announce their streaming service in terms of hey, we've got the games, we're just going to beam it down to you. Even on pretty bad internet, they did a beta for Assassin's Creed Odyssey when it came out. You could just play it in browser, and apparently people there's a couple of hitches here and there, but other than that, it runs really smoothly. Basically, what I've equated it to is how well YouTube streams to stuff to you, because you watch pretty much any other video app, Facebook's or Twitter's or IGN, they're always bad and they take forever to load for whatever reason, even if you've got good internet. I've been stuck on the internet at uni, and that's 100 plus speed. Just really good video speed. Players suck. The delivery system. So I think that's what Google's trying to do, is to change the delivery system, and the YouTube one works great.
Yeah.
So if they can do that sort of thing for games, which they think they've done for Assassin's Creed, let's go. Let's go Pikachu. No,
Eevee.
Pikachu.
Okay.
So yeah, so they're doing. So on that note, Xbox is also doing their own streaming thing. Microsoft as a whole is very focused on Azure, which is AI plus cloud. So very much just pretty much doing everything, and then they're trying to get that to do streaming for games, which is going on from that. Seems like by the end of May, I think, end of April, Xbox is going to be putting out a discless Xbox One S. Not an X, an S. So, yeah, I was thinking, I'll get that because I wanted an Xbox One S for a long time. I'm like, discless, there's no point because I want a 4K Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
So that's out the window for me. But yeah, it's basically what the idea would be. You do get that, you Games Pass, that's it. You have a bunch of Xbox games at your disposal. And ideally, Australian, it'd be $200 max, which is fucking cheap, and you probably get a month or two of Games Pass. If this is your only console, or if you've only got a Switch, That's a brilliant service. Like, the amount of games that are on Games Pass, like, I think all the Tomb Raider reboots are on there. The Crackdown, for what that's worth. Cuphead, I think. Like, there's a bunch, there's a bunch of awesome games on Games Pass. It's just either people have played them or they're really fucking old. The Bioshock collection's on there. That's 3 fucking amazing games.
Yeah.
2 fucking amazing games and a pretty alright game with a really good DLC. But yeah, what do you think of that? Like, just a discless console, just for digital. Like, not necessarily whether you would buy one or not, but like just the concept.
Look, the concept is good. But for a country like Australia, it's probably not the best. Only because like we've got shitty internet to begin with.
Yeah.
But speaking as someone who grew up in a rural area and had even worse internet than people in town did, I grew up with a SIM card in a Telstra modem. We had 8 gigabytes of data a month.
Yeah.
So I couldn't watch YouTube. I couldn't do anything really. We probably had just enough internet to do our homework with, and that was it. And that's why whenever I'd go to like your place or fucking anyone else's house, I'm like, internet!
Yeah.
But like a lot of people don't have that.
No.
We still don't have that. We have 3 NBN lines running through our property in Roma, and they still don't have NBN or any cable. Like
really?
The closest thing that they could get if they really wanted better internet is satellite, which is fantastic internet, costs a fortune.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they've got to keep that in mind. Like Australia is a first world country, and we have issues with our internet.
Yeah.
You got to think about all these other countries that just don't have that access. Like America's fine, China's fine.
America's not even necessarily fine because like you go anywhere that's not a city. Like you go like anywhere in the Midwest or the South. Like Texas, if you're not in the 3 main cities there, you're fucked.
Yeah, true.
Same with like anything else. Like, yeah, not everywhere has a gigabit connection. You don't even have 100 megs. Like,
I don't think there's many places in the world where you can't get internet reception. Nowadays, one way or another. Like satellite's a thing.
Yeah.
Cable in most places. You got your 4G.
Cellular, yeah.
Which 5G is supposed to be coming out soon?
No. Like everyone's saying they've got 5G, is not proper 5G.
Okay.
It's like, yeah.
Because when I first heard about 5G, it was supposed to be like a light source. It was supposed to transmit internet through light.
Yeah.
And that was the issue, is that like the light had to be able to reach the connection point, and they had
That's
issues
still what
with
proper
shadows.
5G is, but now people are doing a halfway point and just calling it 5G.
4.5 fiber optic liberal government scheme.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, it's not what 5G should be. And the thing is, because hardware isn't capable for it, the chips are relatively super big.
Yeah.
So, and then it just heats up your phone really quickly and then wastes more battery. And then, so if Telstra tries to sell you 5G in the next 7 years, I'd say, don't say yes yet.
Yeah.
Wait until that shit sorts itself out, becomes normalized.
Yeah.
iPhone 6, let's go with that. iPhone 16, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be iPhone 6, but they just fast-tracked it. That's what I don't like, actually. I noticed that the Pixel has started following the iPhone and what they were doing. Like Google Pixel 1 was good, then Google Pixel 2 came out, and like they made a lot of developments.
Yeah.
Google Pixel 2. Google Pixel 3, not much different from
No.
the Google Pixel 2. And then I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah. Apparently the screen's better. A lot of people don't like the colours on the Pixel 2. And then that's pretty much it. Like it's slightly faster. The main thing with the Pixel is that if you want the best camera, it's that, basically.
Yeah.
It's like that, the iPhone and something else that have like the best cameras.
Yeah. Well, I've never had any issues with this phone except for the fact that it won't use speakerphone anymore.
Oh no.
Big issue. Need a tissue.
That's why I've been like hesitant to upgrade, because I want headphone jack and not have
Don't upgrade yet. Like there needs to be better ways, and there needs to be cheaper resources for Bluetooth.
Yep.
Before upgrading. This has been a pain in the ass. I bought a pair of Bluetooth headphones because that's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I don't know why they thought getting rid of the audio jack was a good idea. I think it's because like most companies are trying to sell more Bluetooth stuff.
Yeah.
And Bluetooth, ever since they got rid of the audio jack, it's been making waves. Like Bluetooth headphones and earphones and everything. Really good changes. They are amazing now. Like I've been listening on some Bluetooth headphones. Noise cancellation on some of them is just insane. Like in the middle of a really busy JB Hi-Fi, chuck it on, can't hear a thing.
Yeah.
And then you just play your music and it's just like you're in a room by yourself.
Yeah.
And that's good. I think I would really enjoy something like that. I'd never use it because I can't wear it at work. All sorts of reasons. But I really enjoy the sound cancellation. I think it'd be really good for VR.
Yeah.
It's good.
Even the VR headphones that you get with them are noise cancelling, but they are wired and they're not the best, but they do give you the 3D sound, so that's all good.
Oh, I just got because I got my VR headsets pre-owned. I just got like the shitty earphones that you'd get with like an old iPhone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the ones that I got with mine, which is the V2, it's like it wraps around the back of the headset as well. Like you plug it into the audio jack and it just goes around and it just fits in your ear. So there's like minimal string, like the excess string, which is, I think, a good design. But then I just usually wear my actual headphones and get better audio through that. Back to Xbox and their future. There's been a report that they're going to bring Xbox. They've announced that they are going to bring Xbox Live to the Switch.
Xbox Live?
Yeah, so you'll be able to have your, like how your phone can have Xbox Live and you can go through and buy games and download it to your Xbox later. It'll be that, but also probably with the idea that you have the Xbox Live infrastructure. So if you wanted to play Fortnite through the Xbox on the Switch, but play through Xbox Live,
gotcha.
Xbox Live has so many better features in terms of like party grouping, etc. I don't know much about online play, like actual voice chat. Like that'd be nice for the Switch.
Yeah.
Instead of having to use your phone. I'm like, that's cool. Get an actual service on there, and you probably get achievements that way as well. So if you're playing Wolfenstein, maybe do that. I don't know. We'll know more when that actually gets properly announced and like what the details of that all that is. With that, it's reported that Xbox Games Pass is coming to the Switch, which would be fucking amazing. I think. Yeah. I think it's at the moment the idea is just streaming, but then with like the streaming, that also port some games that can run natively, like Cuphead, like Ori and the Blind Forest. Games that aren't super intensive, because there's no way Gears of War 5 is going to be able to run on a Switch.
No.
That would incinerate that poor thing.
Yeah.
But the idea of streaming Gears of War 5, ideally with good internet, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, that would be perfect. Because my Switch, I can play with my PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Streaming Gears of War 5 with a PlayStation 4 controller. That's blasphemy, I think, but fuck it. Or even the Halo Master Chief Collection.
Oh my god.
But to be fair, playing Halo on the Switch would be great. Which brings, remember the Halo DS rumor years ago?
Barely.
That was the thing. They were actually making Halo for the DS.
Oh really?
Yeah, but they just cancelled it because like, wait a minute, we won't get money off this the way that like we would. But yeah. This would basically be it. This would be the DS Halo game.
Jesus Christ. I like the idea of Games Pass on the Switch, but at the same time, I have so many mixed feelings about Games Pass. And I've had subscriptions for it before. Yeah. I feel like the games on it just aren't... I'm not saying they're bad. They're probably just not for me.
Yeah, that's really. Probably more, and not for you.
Like... I've always been a huge Xbox fan, but this latest generation, I guess there's not really much wrong with it because I look at it and I'm like, those are good games. They're all third-party games, yeah, but they're good games. I guess all the games that are third-party, though, just not really for me. Like, I've seen games and been like, that looks really fun to play, but like, a lot of them are horror games like Hello Neighbor.
Yeah.
It looks fun to play. I would love to play it. I don't enjoy playing horror games by myself.
Yeah,
I enjoy playing horror games with a group of people where we're all like, holy fuck, did you see that? That's amazing.
Yeah.
I hate playing it by myself because I'm just like, yep. Cool. That was weird.
Yeah, I like playing horror games by myself because I can scream. Like Resident Evil 2 like that. I was playing Resident Evil 2 in the daytime, which is not how you should, but it's the only time I had to play it.
Yeah.
I have a shitty window that like at 3:30 to 4:15, the light will just shine through and get will basically reflect off my coffee table and onto the TV. So I had to fuck up the brightness and contrast on Resident Evil 2 to the point where it didn't look good anymore. Oh no, just to see it. Otherwise I'm squinting and giving myself a headache while fucking Mr. X hunts me down. Not an ideal way to play that game.
That's
the big
boy.
Yeah.
I saw this thing where the dude was running away from him. And then he climbs down this ladder and turns back up, and then the dude just jumps down.
Yeah. I'm I was watching that video. I'm oh, that's a good strategy. You might not know how to climb, or he just fucking just drops. I'm oh fuck. People have modded him. One to where he's just in a fucking swimsuit, budgie smugglers. That's a horrible sight to see. People have modded it when he comes in. X-Gon Give It To You plays. Because usually, the music changes, then it's fucking...
So what is his story for this? What does he do?
Have one? There might be something on the wiki or something, but he just, you go to a thing, you're I need to go to this place. There's a fucking helicopter that's crashed. I'm going to try and go through it. You put the water out because it's on fire. You put the water out. I might be able to find you to go through it. You get there, and it just lifts. You're what the fuck's going on? And then he just stands there. When I first played, I'm oh, that's a really big zombie. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Hat comes off, trophy pops. I'm that's cute. And then he just wasn't going down. Oh no. So I backed away, ran around, and then I actually got my shotgun and killed him. And then I'm whew, he's dead. But I realized he was on his knees. I'm that's not dead. Oh fuck, he can't be killed. I just never fucked with him. Every time he was here, I'm just run to the opposite side of the police station. Yeah, I don't know what his backstory is. He's just basically a super zombie.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking terrifying.
So what's the plot point of Resident Evil 2? Is it
he's just a zombie who follows you for the most part. The plot for Resident Evil 2 is hey, you're a cop or you're this... Claire, she's looking for her brother. Her brother was from the first Resident Evil game. Looking for him, but then the cop, it's his first day on the job. They go to Raccoon City and find out there's a zombie outbreak. Basically, you two split up because you land on the opposite side of a car crash. Zombies, oh no. You both go to the police station at different times. So you're trying to get out of the police station, and then Claire finds a girl, so you're trying to protect the girl, and then what's his jobs? Leon, the cop, goes to trying to get rid of the G virus, which is a super horrible zombie virus. That's it. Pretty simple. It's a PS1 game, so the story is simple, but it's been remade to the point where the script's good, the voice acting's good, the facial animation's fucking superb.
Do they basically just remake the entire game?
Yeah, they remade the entire game, but it's still the same plot, but better.
Yeah.
It fills in better. So yeah, it's a fun game. Short, play the story twice, all good. So yeah.
So this is Mr. X, he just shows up all the time?
Yeah, it's just a dude who follows you. You unlock him, and then he follows you, and in Claire's story, he dies earlier, because a bigger zombie kills him.
Oh.
Yeah, and then in Leon's story, spoilers, he's the final boss.
Oh.
He has a claw. Fuck! He has a claw arm, and it's on fire now. Yeah. I don't remember why. I think he got infected with another virus. But then, that battle with him was really... I had no bullets left. I had 12 bullets total across all my guns.
Yeah.
How the fuck am I going to kill him? I wasted... made some more ammo, and then, cool, take him down. I finally realized he had a weak spot. He had a heart that you can shoot. Thank you, tutorial that tells you when you die. Hey, this thing's got a heart, shoot it. So I did that, ran out of ammo, fuck. And then I'm running around please something drop ammo, because there's rubble that drops down, and he just kills them. Please pop, ammo pop out. Please pretend it's the PS1 game again. And then eventually the FBI agent throws down a rocket launcher.
Oh, okay.
and then it just fucking aims it, completely blows off his top off, and it's just a pair of legs. That was satisfying.
God.
Resident Evil 2, a good game. Trying to think of something else. Speaking of games, I think I did tell you about this ages ago. Xbox bought a bunch of new studios.
Yeah.
The initiative set in Santa Monica, probably all the rumors point to Fable 4. And it would be really good because Santa Monica is a really good talent pool. What do you think of a new studio that's not British doing a Fable game? And not done by the guy who created it, Peter Molyneux.
I never loved Fable because it was British.
That's fair.
So I wouldn't really care.
Yeah.
I just want a Fable game that's a Fable game again. Fable 1 was great. Fable 2 was great, but it wasn't Fable. You had all the same abilities, all that sort of stuff, but Fable 1 was there was this academy, and there was the guild, and all of these other people that were heroes, and you all working together, and there's an awesome story, and it was a long game. It made sense, it was fun to play, and you did it. Fable 2, come in, some blind chick's telling you what to do, you have no fucking clue what's going on. You just go in and start being a blacksmith for fucking 5 hours, you end up with a bunch of money, and then you just cheat your way through the game because you just buy a bunch of houses in the first city, and you just raise the rent, you become bad guy, just kill everyone. Fable 2 is it's not a Fable game, it's a sandbox game. You just do whatever you want. If you want to be bad, it's super easy to just do whatever you want, and you get through that game like nothing else. Yeah. If you want to be good, it's really hard to get through that game because you can't do anything except for work hard. And I always, every time I played a Fable game, I always start off, I'm I'm going to be good, and then I am good through the whole thing, and then I'm I want to be bad next time, and I start off being bad. I'm nah, it makes me feel bad. But Fable 3, mixed feelings. Yeah. There's so many secret characters and things like that in Fable games that were never really expanded upon. There was this, there's rumors, there's Chesty, if you know what Chesty is, anybody. There's so many amazing Easter eggs, especially in Fable 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. Chesty's mentioned in Fable 1, shows up in Fable 2 DLC, and is in Fable 3 in the game. It's really cool. It's very creepy and very cool. And there's even backstories behind it and everything. What I want is just a fresh take. I want Fable back. That's all I want. I will play that. I'll play the shit out of that. Please bring back Fable.
Would you want a big open world game like Horizon, Skyrim even, would you want it like that, or would you want it kind of how it
Fable would be the perfect game to do what we were talking about. Breath of the Wild, God of War. Fable would be the perfect game for that.
In terms of give it a really good story.
Give it a really good story. They did voice acting in number 3 and everyone loved it. Yeah. So bring a story through, make it a good story. Don't keep the same characters, just make a new hero and just make it a fucking good story.
And then have it
super big open world where you can pretty much do a lot of stuff. Fable's always been good for that, but make it even more open world, because what you'll notice if you play Fable, while it looks like you can do a lot of stuff, a lot of the world's cut off and you can't do much. You're mostly just stuck to paths. Yeah. It looks like you can go other places and you feel like you can go wherever you want, but a lot of the time you're just moving forward and then your character's just following a path. Yeah.
And I think this initiative studio in Santa Monica, I think they would be able to do that. Yeah. Hire really good writers and just have just a classic, what do you call it, fantasy game. Yeah. Fantasy story, just good versus evil, but also evil versus evil. Yeah. But also fucking big open world, shit ton of side quests that have interesting stories. God of War had good side quests, or you can have Assassin's Creed side quests. These characters are cool.
I want a Fable game I want a game where you can actually choose your own story and not just be like, oh yeah, I made this decision and now my aura's turned white. I made my own decision. No, you fucking didn't. It didn't change the game at all. Like, I want a game that it's like, you make a decision, that affects who you fight at the end, or that affects what happens to this character further along the line. Like...
You should play the Mass Effect games.
Yeah.
You should play Dragon Age.
Yeah.
You should play...
I don't like Dragon Age, but I will play Mass Effect. I've tried playing Dragon Age as well.
Inquisition?
I've tried.
Okay.
I just...
Like, those games are very character-driven, and, like, they change the characters, not necessarily who the end boss or anything is.
Yeah.
It's all, like, they are characters. Like, characters will be, like, who ends up liking you, doesn't liking you, that kind of stuff. And then the other game actually changes everything. Heavy Rain and... their third game, Detroit Becomes Human.
Yeah.
Detroit Becomes Human has like a million different endings and different permutations of how to get there.
I remember I first saw that trailer for that game and I thought it was just a game where you had to try to talk someone off a roof.
That's the whole game.
Yeah.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
No, that game basically like a AAA Sony produced Telltale game.
Yeah. I want to play all those games. They were just very expensive when they came out.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have all of the Mass Effect games on 360. I will play them.
Mm-hmm.
Just need time.
Mass Effect 1's a bit hard to go back to.
Yeah, everyone tells me.
Yeah.
And I have tried to play Mass Effect 1. I always get through the first level and then go, what am I doing now?
Yeah, once you get to the Citadel, it just becomes... You might as well just pull up like a guide and just like follow that. Because after you get past like the Citadel, it's pretty much linear from there.
Okay.
It's like it'll give you proper waypoints to go because the Citadel's multi-layered and then like go here, but on the third level, but it doesn't tell you what's on the third level.
It's confusing.
Yeah, the level design of that place is good, but all the people interaction, like reporting, talking to the reporter, like and you can punch her in the face. She's being super annoying. That's all fun. Learning like the internal politics of that thing, real fun. Internal politics, always fun.
Everyone tells me that you need to just push through number one. It's fun still, but you just
it's fun and the story is
push
good.
Through. And then number two pays off apparently.
Yeah, number two. Yeah, excellent game, excellent characters. Just plays like a Gears of War game, but maybe with magic powers if you choose that.
Yeah, I want to play it. Yeah, I think they just need to bring. They could do really well with Fable. Like Fable has such an awesome IP. Just correct it.
And they fucked it in the 360. Like after Fable 3 came out, like I know Fable 3 is divisive, but like it's still a game. It's still a Fable game, but it's not a Kinect motion game. It's not a weird MMO that they're trying to build. Like,
well, the thing is like when you're asking me about like how do I feel about another studio doing it. Fable was notorious for everybody being like, I like Fable, I hate Lionhead. So I don't care. Just fucking make a Fable game, please, for the love of God.
They probably will at this rate.
They need to. Yeah. There's no other IPs that they can really bring back for the Xbox anymore.
No, but that's the thing. Like, with these new studios they've built, they're probably going to build a bunch of new IPs like Sony did this generation.
They own Rareware. So just fucking make a new Banjo game. Make a fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day remake. I don't care. Do something. They'll
probably do that. If they're getting real buddy-buddy with Nintendo, Banjo might come to Smash. Banjo might get a new actual game. Like,
it'd be fucking dope for Banjo. It'd be awesome to see Banjo, Crash, Spyro, and Mario all in the same fucking...
That's never going to happen.
But imagine if it did, because they were talking about Spyro and Crash being in Smash.
Yeah.
And imagine if it's like... Fucking, you have Pikachu, Mario, Sonic, Banjo, Kazooie, and you have fucking Crash and Spyro.
And Solid Snake.
And fucking Conker. That would be a fight.
That would be.
That'd be fucking
weird. Yeah, like, they've... All Rare... I was going to say get them to do a new IP, but they did Sea of Thieves when they did that, and that game is what it is.
Yeah. It's not bad, it's just not great.
Yeah, that's the thing. They got the people who made We Happy Few. Like, they bought them and like give them an actual budget and an actual like good timeline to make a game. We Happy Few was a good idea.
Yeah,
they just fucked it because they reinterpreted that game 3 times.
Yeah.
They bought Obsidian, who made KOTOR 2, New Vegas, the Pillars of Eternity games.
Guitar Hero 3.
No, not Guitar Hero 3.
Obsidian.
Yeah, no, that wasn't them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was almost certain that they showed up on the start of that game. What was that then?
I don't know.
Maybe it's Oblivion or something.
Oh.
Something with an eye and a sword and a snake or something. That weird thing
at
the start of it. It's like
that was still Netherworld then. Not Netherrealm. People who made the Tony Hawk games.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I remember that was a fucking fun Guitar Hero game.
Never soft.
Never soft.
They made a really good Spider-Man game as well on PS1. Really good. So yeah, Obsidian, fucking excellent RPG developer. Doing your IP, let's go. Like, they can have it Horizon type of thing. Only thing with Obsidian, give them an engine that's not filled with bugs. 'Cause every game they put out is filled with bugs. And then you've got the Forza series, which that'll keep trucking along. It's the best racing sim since Gran Turismo doesn't put out games anymore. I always forget.
It's got a lot of cars in it now that you like a lot of people just own.
Yeah.
So it's really good because I remember when I found my car and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm getting this and triggering the fuck out.
I always forget that Microsoft owns Minecraft.
Yeah, that is a bit weird.
It is weird because they keep giving it to everyone. Like, whatever, we'll put on.
They keep on giving Minecraft to everyone, but not only that, they just keep on updating it and giving it new stuff. It's like, stop! Yeah. Minecraft was good when it was just Minecraft. Now you got horses and fucking all this other shit in it, and I don't understand. Have you been in the water in Minecraft in the updated version? There's a bunch of weird sea creatures that were never there before. Yeah. It's like fucking if Pokemon was to just go, oh, by the way, we're not releasing a new game, but here's like 20 more Pokemon.
That's pretty much Pokemon Go.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, they did that with one Pokemon.
2.
What was the other one?
It's evolved for.
Oh, yeah.
But also, like, Pokemon Go, they just gave you a bunch and then, like, keep updating that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually mind that model for Pokemon, but I do like new regions. Like, if it was an MMO, and every, like, year they came out with a new expansion.
Yeah.
But then that game would look like real shit real quickly. Cause look at WoW.
Yeah. WoW's still fun though.
I'm not saying like it's not fun or not, but like it just doesn't look cool. Like Pokemon had gorgeous art styles. I wouldn't want it to be 2018, 19 art style forever.
Yeah.
That's a different discussion. But yeah.
They managed to clean WoW up. There's like I've seen like pictures of before and after, like when WoW started and what WoW is now. It's like it's a lot more refined.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure they force everyone to update. Like, hey, we're getting rid of this old art style. The new minimum has changed. Like the new PC minimum specs have changed. Like upgrade or SOS.
Yeah,
which is good. Sometimes like I know RuneScape did that, but then they're like, what about Classic? And then WoW was like, but what about WoW Classic? And everyone's like, there's articles I've seen about WoW. It's just like, all these features, all these bugs you keep talking about, they're not, they're actual features. Like, this is what 2004 was like, guys. Like,
yeah.
What? Yeah. Fuck them. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't know they owned this. Microsoft Casual Games. That's where you get, you know what you want for your Xbox One X? Solitaire, Mahjong, Minesweeper, Free Cell, Spider's great.
Spider Solitaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only game I knew how to play.
It's the one that always looked the most attractive on that fucking Windows start bar.
Yeah. Because it was the like,
XP, and you'd be like, Free Cell, fuck that. I want some spiders.
Yeah. They probably also had the pinball games and stuff. Remember the old pinball games?
Fuck!
I had a Pokemon pinball on the emulator.
Yeah.
So I would just save state all the time and just get ridiculously high scores. Because I'm like, fuck, I lost. Load. Blah, 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 blah. Or sometimes I'd get into a loop and couldn't finish.
That's what I did with all of the Pokemon games. Every time I went to go catch something, I'd never kill it first. Lower its health first. I'd just go, save state Pokeball, save state Pokeball, save state Pokeball.
Yeah. Pokeball. Just catch everything with Pokeballs.
Yeah.
It'll work.
That's what I did. You just sit there with the space bar and pressing F1. Got you, Mew.
So yeah.
Using the fucking Game Shark code so that you can run into fucking Raikou at the start.
I never fucked with the Game Shark shit.
I did once, and it made my whole game boring. But it allowed me to play like Emerald on the emulator and have like Kanto starters, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Because you can't usually do that sort of stuff.
No.
And you couldn't trade with the emulators, I don't think.
There was a way, but it was super complicated and involved LAN cables and shit, and it wasn't worth doing it. Whenever I played the emulators, I'm just like, I'm just going to single player finish this game.
I want to play the emulator. I think I'm going to do that when I get home.
What are you going to do?
Play Pokemon Emerald on the emulator.
Pokemon
Emerald.
Emerald's good.
Emerald is good.
You can play Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, I could do that also. But I like pressing spacebar and just running through it.
That's great.
Just smashing it out.
Gonna do a Nuzlocke.
I'll change my team up this time because now I know more about Hoenn Pokemon. Remember, I used to play Hoenn all the time, but then I'd always just be like, same Pokemon every time.
Fuck that.
This time I'll go Routes or something.
I never knew, I knew Routes was there because Wally catches it, but I never knew it was actually caught there until I was playing Alpha Sapphire. I'm like, where the fuck? Fuck Routes.
Routes is good. I'll go
I
Routes.
like Routes, but just getting one is like
I'm going to get Routes. I'll probably get a Lotad.
Ludicolo's fun. Ludicolo's fun.
Yeah.
That's how I played. I rocked him for a little while. And then I got Breloom.
Yeah.
Just punching shit with grass.
What's Breloom?
Breloom's the fighting grass Pokemon. Evolves from Shroomish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you can... Makes you real bad against flying types, but...
Yeah.
A wing attack will fuck you up. But yeah.
That's good. I like Wingull. Wingull's one of my favourites.
Wingull's great for the early area. Like, you
Yeah.
get him, teach him Water Gun, and then just go fuck up the first gym.
Yeah. That's what I always did.
Yeah. And then fuck up the second gym.
That's what I liked about the Hoenn Pokedex. Is like, and the Pokemon there. It's like, you started the game, and you could get most of the Pokemon that you needed from the starting area.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucked is you didn't get a Fire type unless you chose Torchic until like halfway through the game.
Yeah.
When you could get Camerupt.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Snubbull.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't...
Took you ages to be able to get Fire type in that game.
Playing Alpha Sapphire, I did not have a Fire type.
Yeah.
Like, I think I eventually got a Salamence, that new fire flamethrower.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like, I did not fuck with a Fire type. And I kind of wanted to do that. Like, I just don't want to have normal fire, water, grass.
Like, you know who I always have in my party now? Whenever I play a new Pokemon game? Zubat.
Zubat's great. Like, you evolve it in a Crobat, and then it's just real good.
Yeah, it's super fast.
Yeah.
It just fucks everything up. I have so many in my... Like, I did a huge amount of IV training. IV breeding, EV training.
Yeah.
I think that's it. And I've got a whole bunch of Zubats with perfect IVs. So now with the next few like Pokemon games coming out, I'm like, yep, cool. I wonder if they're going to bring out, for when it does come out on Switch, I wonder if they're going to bring out
the Pokemon Bank?
Pokebank for Switch so that you can
I would imagine they would.
They'd have to, or something.
There's something, yeah.
Because they've been able to transfer Pokemon through every single generation so far. You could have a Pokemon from Blue in your new Pokemon game.
Can you?
Yeah.
Like, how did you go from Blue to Ruby?
Trading. You could, because I remember when Ruby came out, you could transfer, like you could have your Kanto Pokemon and your Johto Pokemon in there. I'm pretty sure it worked the same just as trading.
I thought you couldn't, and that's one reason why they did Fire Red Leaf Green.
I can't remember.
Because that's how you would get all the Kanto games, Kanto Pokemon, and then you import that all the way up.
But then that wouldn't make sense because they didn't do Johto.
You could get Johto Pokemon in both those games. Like, once you get the national decks, basically, they just open it up and they go the Johto games. Like, you can get Ho-Oh and Lugia eventually through that.
I can't remember.
But by the end of Gen 4, you could get all of them just using the Game Boy game and the DS games. And
regardless, like, you've been able to transfer up the whole time. Just keep going up. I think that there has to be a way to do it because I remember that's one of the main reasons why they had the Game Boy slot on the early DS games. So you could do that sort of stuff.
It wasn't the reason, but it's just a cool feature that they did, yeah.
I'll have to look into it because now you've got me guessing and I'm like, I really want to just get a Pokemon and be like, this Pokemon was from the very first game.
Here's the busted stats.
I've noticed Wish and eBay have been selling Game Boy chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like straight into the power because they've realised that the batteries are fucked now.
Yeah.
So like you can just play it straight from the charger. You just have to have it plugged in.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're doing pretty well because it's one of them top sellers.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, I can finally play it again. Those things were always so expensive.
You can also just buy like the Game Boy and Game Boy Color games on 3DS. Like they're like $18 on this eShop.
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, nostalgia. Like I love playing my old Game Boy Color from time to time.
So you had an SP.
I have a Game Boy Color, SP, a Game Boy Advance.
SP's fucking
I've got
awesome.
all three of those guys.
I want an SP for no reason. I also want a pink.
I've even got
Lite.
the bootleg old versions of the Game Boys, like the ones that weren't made by Nintendo. They're bootleg, they could play Game Boy games.
Okay.
And they're somewhere at home. I think I've got like 3 or 4 of them.
Kyron had a Game Boy Micro.
What's that one?
Not a Game Boy Micro. Game Boy Pocket.
What's that?
It was
one of the small ones.
It was a Game Boy, but smaller. Like I had the original game, or maybe like a revision of the Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Color. That's what I had.
Yeah.
No, yes, I had a Game Boy Color. He had a Game Boy thing. But all of his games were in black and white, and they looked awful. And then we traded both of them in, got the Game Boy Advance, and then we bought Ruby.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then we had to fight over the Game Boy. And then we both got 2 DSs each, which was good.
Alright.
I fucking love my DS. Clamshell. That's what phones are gonna do.
What?
Clamshell. Every phone's like, what if your phone had 2 screens? And they keep fucking it up. Like, they'll have like phones that wrap around like that, like they fold in like that, so you have the screen open and it'll close in like this. What we need is just clamshell. Nintendo figured it out years ago. Flip phones figured it out years ago.
Yeah.
Without fucking them. If you like this episode, I realise my head's not in half the shot. Well, maybe it is. Please click that like and subscribe button. Xbox. What's your opinion on Xbox? Will you probably be getting a next generation Xbox?
I'll have to see what games they're going to bring out with it.
That's fine.
I'm not going to just buy it because it's an Xbox. I did last time because I was like, fuck yeah, 360 was the best. I love Xbox. Because I was like, Xbox 360 is better than PlayStation 3. But now I'm like, yeah, nah, they've lost.
The thing that's always funny about that is that you didn't get the Xbox One at launch. You got it a couple of years later after the PS4 was winning.
Yeah, well, I didn't get any of those consoles. I didn't have anything. I didn't even really play any of them until I got the Xbox One. Yeah. The only reason I got the Xbox One at that point, I was still tossing it up a bit, but I was still like, no, Xbox is better. And I was also like, well, Dean's getting an Xbox One and Kyron's got an Xbox One and we all want to play Xenoverse 2 together. So that's why I got one. Biggest waste of my money because our internet was always shit. We never actually got to play Xenoverse 2 together properly. and Xenoverse 2 service was bad anyway.
Yeah, Xenoverse has not great netcode, so fucked all around.
Yeah.
What else is part of the rigmarole? You've liked, you've subscribed, comment below. What's your favourite Xbox? Do you want an Xbox 2?
What's your favourite Xbox? The Revolution. Xbox 360.
Remember the Wii was codenamed Revolution?
No.
It was.
Wow.
It was called, Nintendo Revolution. I'm like, this is the fucking coolest name ever. And then it came out like, Nintendo Wii. And everyone's like, what the flying fuck?
I remember I went to Movie World when the Nintendo was going through its Wii Fit stuff.
Yeah.
And like, Movie World had a bunch of Wiis out for demos, and everybody was lining up to just play Wii at Movie World. I remember that when I was a kid, and I was like, I went back there yesterday. I was at Movie World yesterday, and I was like, man, I remember that. I'm like, fuck, that was ages ago. It feels so long ago. There's been like the Wii U since, now the Switch.
And the Wii generation did go for a long time.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
But like, this would have been like maybe the second year it was out.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And the Wii Sports Resorts came out. You could do proper sword fighting.
Probably not proper. Fuck, it didn't work.
It was, you could wave it around and it was 1-to-1 by that point. It was like the PlayStation Move.
Yeah.
Because basically all the technology caught up.
No,
Check us out on social media at The Amalgam Show. At The Amalgam Show. Enunciate.
Enunciate.
That's the word of the day. Enunciate. Till next time, y'all. Catch you later.
Bye.